Okay, so I think you'll like this fortune cookie program. Let me run it and then we'll talk about the new technique here. Okay, so here is your golden fortune cookie. Press enter to crack. Okay, I'm using a random program delay between 1 and 5 seconds. You will have great wealth. And it's a fortune cookie, so you don't know what you're going to get. So I have a random number generated, and then we'll decide what we want the fortune to say. I'll just run it one more time, and then we'll look at the code. Okay, there's another cookie. Going to press enter to crack. Random delay here. Okay, you will find love. So let me show you. Okay, so the cookie, that little triangle, I'm just putting that in the cookie. So that's like to represent the little triangular cookie. And I'm clearing the text window. The reason I did that is really the whole reason we're doing this is I want to add a user-driven loop to this program. It's not in here yet. We'll look at the code first, and then I'll show you how we can loop it so that if the user wants another cookie and another cookie and another cookie, they can keep going and just keep playing with the game until they decide it's over with. They don't have to keep stopping it and restarting it like you saw me doing. So we'll clear the screen each time. And then obviously changing the cookie to yellow. And having the user, showing the user the cookie, saying press enter to crack, and then really they just have to, they're going to hit the enter key, and I just have like a variable to absorb that key. We're not doing anything with it. It's not like actual user input. We just want to pause and put control in the user's hands and say, okay, ready to crack it, press enter. So we're going to tell the user to wait, and here's where I am doing a random wait time between 1 and 5 seconds. So some fortunes will come very quickly in 1 second, others they have to wait, and it just adds a little bit of suspense to the game if I'm slowing it down and saying, okay, hang on a minute for your fortune. Okay, and then for the fortune, I'm generating another random number, and 1 through 4. Okay, so if I'm putting that in the variable called fortune. If fortune equals to 1, I'm going to give them a yellow smiley face. That's a smiley face. If the fortune is 2, I'm going to give them a red heart and tell them they're going to find love. If the fortune is 3, I'm going to give them the green shamrock. Tell them they're going to have great luck. And then if the fortune is 4, I'm going to give them the cyan diamond and tell them that they are going to have a lot of wealth. So there's the crux of the game. Now, how are we going to loop this so that the user can keep playing over and over again? This is really just kind of like I would say a 3-step process, okay? Step 1, you are going to, I have this, hang on, I'm going to paste this in. Step 1, you're going to create a go again variable and initialize it to the affirmative, or yes in this case, okay? Because this is the variable I'm going to ask the user, do you want to go again, yes or no? Do you want to play again, yes or no? Do you want to play again, or have another cookie is how I'm going to word it. But this is the go again variable, okay? That's step 1. Step 2, we're going to, hang on here, we're going to set up a loop, a user-driven loop, to keep going while go again is equal to yes. So I think, you know what, this cookie part does not have to be in the loop. That's a one-time shot. I'll put that outside of my loop. It wouldn't be a big deal if I left it in, but really the part that needs to be repeated, which is really most of this program here, I'm going to clear the screen all the way to the bottom. This is the part that needs to be repeated. So this whole part I have sandwiched in a big while loop. So we're going to say while go again is equal to yes, keep doing all this. Keep doing all this. Okay, that's step 2. While go again equals yes, we're going to keep doing the game. All right, but step 3, we have to provide a way out. Okay, so at the very bottom, after they've seen the cookie fortune, we have to give them a chance, okay? So this is step 3. Provide a way out of this loop. So we're going to say, do you want to have another cookie? Yes or no? And then the user is going to hopefully enter a Y or a yes, or a Y or an N. We won't put any like input validation in this program. I mean, normally you would if this were a real program, but let's just take it on faith that the user is going to enter what we tell the user to enter. So have another cookie, yes or no, and then that input is going to go into the go again variable. What I'm doing, oh, you know what, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. This is how we would do it, okay? Go again equals text window dot read. So the Y or the yes is entered at the keyboard and it goes into this go again variable. What I would like to do is, just in case they have the caps lock key on and they type a capital yes or a capital N, I am going to run the input through this function, or this method I should say, convert to lowercase. So I just read, this is going to get the input from the keyboard, but this is going to convert that input to lowercase. So that's why up here I can just say, well, go again equals little y. I could just code the little y there and it'll keep going, even if they have the caps lock key on. Okay, so let's run it and we'll see if my loop works. Pressing enter. Okay, great wealth. Sounds good to me. I'm going to say yes, I want another cookie. Okay, so here I am. It cleared the screen. Now another cookie. Press enter to crack. Okay, how about one more cookie? Yes, enter to crack. Happiness. Okay, so now I'm going to say no, and it's over.